history in the making, healing to be awakened. Yeah, you are the star of your story at Let's Talk and Grow with Miss Roshumba. You know, my son is born on a Wednesday. Seen and felt because they are the largest group. And so my
we got your back. No, we're not perfect.
So now you know it's time to grow at Let's Talk and Grow with Miss Roshumba. Let the healing begin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm having a conversation with the young youths from the 20th century, the last of the 20th century. Wow. So here we are in the 21st. And we're talking it out because, you know, it's important to hear what they have to say. What's on their mind.
We think about swimming. So we talking about swimming too. You want to keep talking about that?
You hear that? Money.
Right.
Money.
Mr. Krabs.
It's a capitalistic world we reside in.
So
why is it needed? Why is money so
let's
important?
talk about it right now. Let's just get some general facts out here, right? It's 2025, right? We in October, it's about to be November. Average price of a house in California, about $500,000. Straight up, average price of a house out here, $500,000 for a simple house, little roof over your head, nothing extravagant, promise you. Now, everyone watches movies, you know what I'm saying? Everyone has aspirations and goals and things, and people want things that are a little bit above average or, you know, things like that. And that's gonna cost you a pretty penny. And how many jobs are paying $500,000 a year? Not too many. There are some, and you can't get them. It will take you a while.
What role does education play in getting that?
That's why I tell these. That's why you go to school. Maybe a surgeon or a doctor or something that takes at least 6 to 8 years of school, including high school, of course, being 4. So, no, actually, I'm lying. No, high school not being 4. An additional 4, and an additional 4 after that. But then you can make $500,000 a year, and you can be legal. You don't have to worry about anything. You can drive Porsches, Lambos, Ferraris, you know, yachts, vacations, all that, all day. But if you want to do that at the age of 18 and you're looking to do it illegally, you know, I would tell you to just go to school. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, if the music makes you think that you need that Ferrari right now when you 18 or younger, no, just, you know, and if there's a way for you to get it, you know, through the internet or something, don't get it twisted. I'm just saying do it legally, please.
Okay, let me ask a question. Yeah. What would be a healthy minded young individual, say 15-year-old, given all the variables of the, you know, the mind, adolescent energy and all, what should the healthy picture that these young people should aspire to want to be, irrespective of what the music says and the computer? What would be healthy if you were to say, I could get this black canvas and I'll paint it with a healthy adolescent young youth of color?
He'd be doing good in school, he'd be playing a sport. 2-parent household.
Okay.
And yeah, just keep his head straight.
Okay.
Don't let him have any. I'm not saying just like trap him down or anything, but keep him away from all the.
And how would that look? Keeping them away from things that are.
Make sure he's selective with his friends.
Okay, so choosing the friends that they have.
Right.
And and what
I think
else?
that's the biggest factor. Yeah.
How about social things that the family do together? Does that make difference? Family go out, visit other members, travel to vacation annually, things like that. Those things matter.
It can, but to a lot of people it doesn't too. Because, like, I know a lot of people whose families don't do anything together, and I know a lot of people whose do, but I wouldn't say that raised them any differently.
Okay, I mean, because sometimes having experience out there kind of helps you to bond, because you see each other in different situations, and that seems like it's for the economically privileged that could be. But so let's hear it. Let's put a little closure to everything that we've talked about today. What do you want to say? What do you want them to leave the guests with today? And who you are and what you represent and what you want to say to the youths.
My general advice is stop the violence. And if you're not going to stop the violence because of any other reason, just do it for your sake, not to do jail and life. Like life in jail, my bad. Not jail and life. Life in jail. Like if you care about that, I mean, there's a lot of other reasons not to, commit violence, but that's the main one for me at least. Like, I don't think you would want to do that. You don't know what that feels like. You don't want to. Not being able to go home to your family and having to live around men all day. I mean, if that's what you want, I guess go ahead and do the violence, but I mean, I hope that's not what you want. Other than that, stay in school, pay attention in school, don't just go to further education, get a degree in some type of business, and it's something that is high. Do your research on what's high paying that you like to do, and go to school for that, and get you a nice job, and live your life. Don't do anything illegal that's going to land you no time in jail or prison, because that's going to be a major setback to your life. And every time you get out, I'm not going to lie. Some people not like that, but a lot of people got to start from scratch every time they get out. So, just saying, on average, if you're going to jail, you're not going to be doing too well. So stay out of jail, stay in school, and stop the violence. Get money though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just don't get in trouble.
I think you guys need to pick your friends wisely. Find a hobby so you could do something else other than waste your time screwing off. And like he said, stay in school. That's going to take you to where you need to be. And anything else might seem cool or fun or whatever for the moment, but all that hype comes to an end sometime. So go for longevity.
Listen to the music. Don't act upon the music. That's it. Cool.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the most important, valuable knowledge that you've gained thus far on your journey that you think is important for you to remember, as well as maybe share it today? One main thing that you would say is instrumental.
Surround yourself with the correct people. People who got the same values as you, people who you trust. Someone that ain't just gonna, you give up.
So, choose your friends wisely.
That'll play a big factor in your life.
Okay. It will be going the direction you're going. And if you're not healthy, it's gonna show up in who you choose.
Right.
Okay.
Your friend group should be more of like a team.
Yeah.
Rather than just friends.
Right.
At this age, you're like kind of too old for that,
Right. But it starts by the core of what you started some time ago, practicing.
Right.
It's a good one. Choose your friends wisely. It will show who you really are. Good one.
Yeah, my number one is gonna be get good with God and stop doing bad things. And your life will be a little better. That's all I gotta say.
Get good
Number
with
one thing is to have a good relationship with God, whatever that means to you. You need to have a good relationship with God and don't do bad things. And you'll probably appreciate yourself for that. I tell you, yeah, karma, it definitely exists.
So what?
Yeah.
That's a lovely one.
God first for sure. God will, have his own plan. I don't know if there's much you can do about it, but if you good with God, your plan might be cool.
Even if your challenge is that God is still with you, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean, if you wake up and are able to fight every day to make your life better in any type of possible way, shape, or form, God's still with you. But, if you get good with him, you want to make it a little easier. When you go to the door and you knock, it opens. Where, heartbreak when you go to a door and knock and it don't open.
Right.
You just gotta walk away. You'll find somewhere else to go.
Right.
So, gotta make sure that door open. Need be.
So you're saying God loves the poor and the sufferer too?
And God loves everybody, but I ain't gonna lie. Because being rich is temporary. So don't let that think that. Don't believe that just because you have money you're godly. A lot of people have money and aren't very godly, so don't think that money is godly or anything, but, I'm just saying, your life the quality of your life is somehow tied to money, but not directly to the dollar amount. You get what I'm saying? So you can have money over time or have a lot at one time, but as long as the quality of your life is a certain, to where you feel good, that's God working for you. You don't need to have $300 million to be happy, or 30.
So finally, what's your goal in life, Tim? What's your goal in life at this vantage point? What is your goal for yourself at this vantage point in your life?
I'd say just to stay happy. Whatever that looks like.
Are you happy now?
Getting there.
Okay. But when you get there, to stay there,
Right.
do you know how to get there?
You gotta see the path.
You see the path?
Right.
Okay. Is it something that requires you to be with someone, have something, or is it just you?
Have someone.
Okay. So when you get someone, happiness will come.
Right.
And if they leave?
Happiness will.
Happiness leaves with them?
Yeah, that someone is in a significant other. It's the young one.
So, okay, you have a small child.
Right.
Okay, I hope you don't mind me saying that. The future is always good. We come here to procreate and to learn them lessons that we talk about, because now we get to see them in the little ones.
That's right.
And I'm sure you're working out that you'll be happy and smiling all the time.
Someday.
Yes. Okay, and you, young man? Tell me.
I want to advance in my career. I want to stay out of jail. I want to get money. And I want to spread the message and basically make what I just said a movement instead of people going outside to try to shoot at each other with these old-fashioned guns and stuff. We got electric cars now, so guns kind of getting old-fashioned, you know what I'm saying? So we got to stop doing this wild, wild west, you know what I'm saying, shooting up stuff. And we got to
Too permanent.
It's just not, look, there's nothing about it has anything to do with getting money or Lamborghinis, Ferraris, nothing. Mansions, it has nothing to do with that. So look, we need to focus on that more and all that other stuff less. And then, but for me personally, you already know, like I said, I'm going to be doing that. So I'm going to spread that message after I'm done. After I'm done getting the money, then I'll tell everybody else, like, hey, yo, y'all should probably stop worrying about all the other stuff and get this money. Because life is short, less than 50,000 days.
So that getting that money is going to work or for someone or
It's whatever you have to do at
These
that
skills.
said time. It's not about what you. It's not about how much you get. It's about what you do with it. Always remember that.
it's not about how much you get, it's what
It's
you
about
do.
what you do with it. If you get a little bit, but you do, you save it up.
Does it matter how you get it?
Of course it does. Like I said, you always want to go for legitimate funds, legal means, but there's nothing that's not going to change. Okay, yeah, like I said, the law is not going to change whether you need some money or not. Remember that. If you need to pay rent, right? And the law said, what the law said, you're going to have to get out. You're going to have to get out if you don't got that money. So
what role
You got
does your peers working together collaboratively, roommates, say there's 4 people.
No. This is a thing. This is a thing.
What makes it so
No,
hard
listen.
for
I'm gonna tell you.
groups of people here, especially in our culture?
The culture of envy promotes jealousy, envy, and all types of other bad traits that make it hard for people to work together. There's no cooperation, only competition, and that leads to just inability to work together at all to reach a common goal.
How come they're able to do it in other countries but not here?
Because we're not. It's not that many of us here. We're like 13%, so we're just used for entertainment.
Okay, so here's my question. Knowing that, can you form a group to go and maybe clean windows? Our windows are so dirty. Do you think you could create a business that would allow you to do the outside of people's windows?
Maybe in like 5 to 10 years when I have a spare couple million just to throw around, I'll think about it.
Okay.
But as of right now, no.
Yeah. All right, folks.
Wait. Unless you have 50 or 100 clients lined up for me right now, then I could get that business started.
One is good at talking and one is good at doing the work. That's how you pull it together. The talker talks, the worker works, and collaboratively you meet each other both halfway. And the key overall is consistency and quality. Consistent quality. That they say, no matter what, I know if you don't show up exactly on time, I'm going to get quality.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. Because, you see, in closing, that's how we survive.
Right.
We had to outdo ourselves of how we were yesterday. Because just the fact we survived said that we were pretty darn good. And so, if we are going to let vanity have the final word at this juncture in this generational climb, and it's vanity in the end that's going to win, I'm going to go die on the battlefield for something. When you see that, you say something is missing. There was a connection that was not passed on at the right time. Because if you feel with life gives you a choice. And if a choice comes down to things every time, then I'm sad for those people before because they cried and wondered why they could not see freedom before they go to their grave.
Hey, but I will say one thing. People is so stuck on vanity because when it comes to things, right, you could depend on things, but you can't depend on people. People will be there, not saying they won't. You can't depend on how you can depend on a car to start.
Because they've been weaponized. Everything is on the table now as a weapon to make sure that evil wins over what is right and what is true. But when you say earlier to trust in the Creator and the Almighty, then with trust in the Creator comes the test. The test is whether or not 1 and 2 equals 3. And someone hasn't changed it and triggered it. And in every step you take to affirm and in a different way it comes at you, you're learning.
You're right.
That's what it all comes down to. Everything, is like, and look, y'all, I must say, there was never a day that you're going to say, oh, perfect, nothing on my mind that I have to slightly think of today.
That's
I
wild.
am
That's
just,
wild.
everything is just so perfect. No,
You don't think so?
there is none.
I
And if
don't
you
believe
do
that.
have it,
I
you know that around the corner, your mind is the kind of mind that says, but tomorrow I'm getting on the plane at this time to leave. I'll deal with that feeling when that comes. But right now,
Yeah.
I'm on purpose
Yeah.
about being on the beach, just really enjoying myself. Some more crabs, please.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a shot of little tequila. So
like
that's what you strive to do,
Yeah.
to experience the
Like
different places you can go, the different things you can do. But it's not worth having gotten it from something that's stained and that's right. That's the only thing you would know.
Like I said, you gotta have somewhere to live. I'm gonna put this on video. I'd rather put a roof over my head,
That's
however,
number one.
however, and clothes on my back, however, than sit there and just not have something and just be naked.
Yeah.
Because I can't depend on anybody to clothe me and or feed me and or put no roof over my head because I ain't grown. So it's like at the end of the day, I have to try my best of my ability, no matter what,
Yeah.
however that be. But that's a great end to the conversation.
Yeah.
I'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, and just to add to what you've just said, everything has a choice.
It was good talking.
Good talking to you too. So, all right, folks.
On there. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, folks. We're letting you go right now. So now you know it's time to grow at Let's Talk and Grow with Miss Roshumba. Let the healing begin.